You can know all of the latest, coolest marketing strategies and techniques in the world, but unless you have a foundation of solid principles driving you and guiding you towards success in business, it's going to be very hard to succeed. So that's why I'm doing something a little bit different in today's video, where I'm going to go through 11 of the top success principles that I love when it comes to business. Okay, because as you'll see when I go through these, and I'm going to talk about each one individually, you'll see why they're so important. And I'll probably give an example of for most of them where they've helped me. So number one is focusing on what you can control. So early on in business, before I knew anything about business, I was always focusing on my competition. I was always seeing what they were doing. I was always checking out other people's pages. But after a while of us growing our first business, which was a gym, that was before we had our massage clinic, once I started learning about how to get clients in, and then I started focusing on my clients and helping them, we started to become the most successful gym in town. And that coincided with me not looking at anyone else's businesses. And I know other competitors were looking at mine. They were doing what I used to do before I was focusing on my clients. So that's just an example of one thing you can control. Okay. There are some things you can't control. Like if you give your all to a client and they stop seeing you for whatever reason, that's something out of your control. But the effort we put in with our clients is in our control. Okay. We can't control the economy, but if we can control learning about marketing and business and focusing on serving the best service for our clients, that's what we can control. So that's the difference in that. Okay, number two is live your life like most people do, and you're going to settle for what most people get. Okay, for me, this is relating to not taking risks. You know, like most people go through life, and nothing against people who have a 9 to 5 job. But if you always just do what other people do, and the fact that most people have 9 to 5 jobs, they never want to risk anything for something they want. Most people are going to go through life and you're just going to live a normal life, and that's fine. But if you want something more than a normal life, you have to do things that most people don't. So for example, when I started my first business, which was a gym, I hired a business mentor, which was $20,000 a year. I had to sell my house to make my business succeed. Okay. I had to put the fees of this business coach, which were monthly fees, I had to put them on a credit card because I didn't have the money. Okay. Because I knew I'd make it back. And everyone said I was an idiot. We actually grew that up really quickly and sold it for multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars. But what I'm trying to say is most people would not have done what I did. So sometimes you do have to, I believe, take risks, do things. I gave up TV and holidays for years while we grew our business. That's something most people wouldn't do. Number three is you never fail until you actually quit trying. Okay, this is easy to say, but I think it's really hard to achieve. I mean, especially when things are going wrong day after day, week after week. Like I've been in this situation recently. COVID, we all have, right? Everything's might have been going great in your life, and you might have been growing your business or starting a new one or doing something that you're really excited about, and then COVID just knocks you back. Or like you have a business like we have, and we used to have 10 or 11 therapists before COVID. And then after a while, people quit and they leave, or things happen and if something happens with their family, or they have to move out of town, and then it's really hard to find people because of COVID. And that's what happened to us for the last 2 years, or you feel like you're getting back on track, and then Omicron comes through and half your clients cancel for the week. I mean, that happened to us for months. We would have 50 cancellations a week out of our 160, which is not good. Only thing we had to keep telling ourselves, my wife and I, was just like, all we can do is just keep going. That's all we can do. Call more clients, keep going, don't quit, because eventually things are going to turn around. Because nothing bad lasts forever and nothing good lasts forever. So that's like, it's really hard when you're getting knocked back every week, and you might have been going through this. All right, number 4 is, if you want to achieve something, write it down. I mean, this is pretty powerful. I mean, for me, this means I have a Google document with everything I want to achieve for the week, and I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I map out everything I want to achieve in this little tasks. And then I have like my big goals off to the side, but just writing it down, it's always on my mind. Like, always like glancing at it. It's like a subconscious thing that if you write things down that you want to achieve, you constantly see them, your actions will line up with you achieving that eventually. Okay, number 5 is outsource, delegate, or eliminate things that provide a low return on time in your business. So this is important if you want to grow a business larger. Okay, if you want to be a solo therapist for your career, that is 100% fine. But I mean, if you want to grow a bigger business, you really need to hit that point where you realize that you can't do everything, okay? Whether it's if you have a family and you can't work in your business all day and then pick up your kids and then clean the whole house and then look after dinner, at some point you maybe have to hire a cleaner, okay? So you have more time for your family and your business. At some point in the business, you can't be doing 25 massages a week plus be doing all the reception work and all the bookkeeping. For example, you have to delegate so you can work on your business and you can get your life back at some point. It's called leverage. I just want to take a second to ask you for a small favor. If you're finding this video helpful, if you could just tap the like button underneath it, I'd be really grateful. That will tell the YouTube algorithm to share this video with more massage therapists around the world. And hopefully that will help them all earn more income, which is what they deserve. Thanks for helping. Okay, so number 6 is take control of your time. Just because the phone rings, there's a knock at the door, or an email enters your inbox, it doesn't mean that you have to drop what you're doing and answer it right now. The reason this is so important is because you actually need to focus on the things that are important to you and your business. And you can't just drop everything, because then you'll never get anything done. Okay, one thing you can do is you can batch your email responses and your calling back phone numbers, okay? Batch them together, because that will allow you to keep your focus while you're working on something. Because sometimes you need to have that focus where you're being creative or you're working on some jobs that have to get done. Because if you get distracted by a phone call or an email and start replying back to people, you never get back to the things that you want to do. All right, number 7 is tell the truth. There's no such thing as a good liar. Okay, this is so important. I think this is pretty self-explanatory for people, because I'm assuming you're watching this, you're a good person who doesn't lie. And so one of the things I've learned in business is to succeed in business, you have to be an honest person. You have to have integrity. You can't lie about things, okay? Because if you're a liar, then no one wants to work for a liar. Okay, people want to work for honest, good people. And it's the only way that you can grow a business is with great team members, and great team members and great people won't work for untrustworthy employers, right? So you have to be honest. Otherwise, your customers won't trust you and your staff won't trust you, and no one will want to be around you. So it always pays to tell the truth. Okay, number 8 is listen more than you talk. This is so important. Like when I got in business, I have to say, when I started, I wasn't good at this. I mean, I would just talk because I wanted to get things done, and I would just like talk more and not really listen as much as I should have. And that was the same with dealing with my clients. Sometimes I would just like tell people what to do, because I wanted to help them and didn't have much time. And I was just like, do this, do this, do this. But you realize after time that one of the things you have to do, whether it's dealing with your clients, it's really important for the client, dealing with them, because you need to find out the reason why they're not doing something, or the problems that they're having and why these problems are coming about. So that's important, is listening and asking questions. And it helps, because once people think you're listening to them and you understand them, then they're more willing to do what you ask of them. That's important for clients. And it's very similar for dealing with team members, okay? So it's important you make people feel important by listening to them. And that is important, because you want your team members to feel valued. Okay, so if you're doing an appraisal with your team member, like a performance review, it's really important to ask a lot of questions because you want them to tell you what's important to them. Okay, whether it's how they feel they can improve the business, it's good to take that stuff on board. Whether it's their numbers are down with something and you're asking them what's going on with that, and they can give you reasons that the numbers are down. So maybe it's something you can improve in the business, like a process or a system, and that can help. So that's going to be more effective than telling someone what to do without listening to them. So it really is important, whether or not you're dealing with customers or team members, to actually listen more, because listening makes people feel important as well. Okay, number 9 is accept there is no get rich quick solution, and that the only shortcuts are working smart, working hard, and learning from others' mistakes. I mean, look, it's just human nature. Everyone wants to get rich quick. And sure, there are harder ways to make money and easier ways to make money. But at the end of the day, if you make money quick, it's usually not sustainable. And even if you find an easier way to make money, like a shortcut, like for example, using social media ads, well, you can grow your business 10 times faster than just relying on referrals, like we did. But I mean, it's still hard work in sustaining that business and keeping your clients happy, and then growing a team and keeping them happy. So there are shortcuts, but there's nothing that substitutes hard work as well as working smart. Number 10, it's not only about you. Help others get what they want and you'll get what you want. Okay, so this is super important. I mean, at the end of the day, business is just helping people get what they want. Okay, and you can't make money without helping people. And the more effective you are at helping people, the better you are at helping people, the more likelihood they are going to pay you, and they're going to come back and they're going to pay you again, and they're going to tell their friends about you, and their friends are going to pay you. Okay, so that's why it's so important in business. Like I referenced earlier in the video, if you just focus on how much you can help your clients in every different way, that's the key to success in business. And the same thing goes with building your team as well. Is you're a great place to work for your team, and they will be loyal more often than not. Okay, so just help them achieve their goals as an employee, where they want more hours, or they want to learn different things, or they want to be part of a great culture, or they want to be in a happy environment at work, a positive environment. Whatever they want, do what you can within reason to make that happen. They will stay, they'll be loyal. Help your customers in every different way to feel better, to help them achieve their goals, to overcome their problems, and they will reward you with their business. Number 11, be nice. Okay, genuinely care about others' success and happiness. This is really similar to number 10. Everyone likes nice people, okay? And people know if you're a nice person from even just talking to you for a few minutes. So it really does pay to be focused on being nice. Okay, I mean, we teach our kids that, okay, be nice. But like, and I know you watching this, you're probably a really nice person, so it goes without saying. But yeah, if you can just, people just can be nice to each other, they'll attract more people around them, because people want to be around nice people. All right, thanks for watching, team, and I will do another one of these because I have more success principles, and I hope you enjoyed these. Let me know which one was your favorite down in the comments, because I'd really love to hear that, and I'll see you in the next video.